where I left off, I hope you can jazz this video up. I didn't push the button. Here we go. I'm gonna go back to October 3rd. So I did this, but I did it with the video on off. Do you hate me yet? Okay, just cut this wherever you need to, because I think I said some good stuff about October 3rd, and then I'm just gonna dip right in here. You know, I wish I could say that the energy was really lovely and beautiful, and we're done with that, you know, full moon. But now the moon has slipped into Taurus, and let's take a look at the chart a little bit just so you can see this. The moon and Black Lilith and Uranus are all in this cheese sandwich together. It's like between 0 degrees and 9 degrees. So if you have any planets in Taurus between 0 degrees and 9 degrees of Taurus, this is really going to affect you at a deep and personal level. And so that's basically if you are born in the first 9 days of the sun moving into Taurus. This is going to hit you pretty hard, and you might feel a melancholy or a sadness or a depression. These planets together in opposition to the sun are collectively all going to hit us in a harsh and hard way. We're going to see this infighting. We're going to see this dark energy of Lilith. We're going to feel emotional, especially at that 0 degrees Taurus moon, where we're just exhausted. And then we're going to have Uranus there, which is like shocking energy. And this can be an aspect of deep hatred and infighting and even war, conflict at such a deep level, and upset. So October 3rd is a really tough day. You're going to see that the mask of diplomacy, the sun in Libra, is really challenged by the god of war, by Black Moon Lilith, by the shocking words or emotions of Uranus. You know, Black Moon Lilith and the moon and Uranus here, and even with a touch of Mars, they don't like each other. They're all spending the night sleeping in the same bed at the slumber party, not happy. There's a darkness, and the only way out of the dark, right, is the light. Shine the light on the dark, and the dark is gone. So you, my friend, have to be the light. So if you are born between April 15th, 16th, 17th, July 15th, 16th, 17th, October 15th, 16th, 17th, or January 15th, 16th, 17th, you are on the front lines of this energy. And you are on the front lines of this energy in October. And so October is going to really personally affect you. Now, if you aren't born on those days, I'm going to tell you also, just you are going to be deeply affected if you are born in the first 9 days, or if you have a planet between 0 and 9 degrees Taurus. That also, and even 0 and 9 degrees Scorpio. Those signs are really going to be on like boots on the ground. You're going to be in the bullseye of the firing squad. Not literally, that's metaphorically. Pray, that's metaphoric. That's how I meant it. If you have those cardinal planets, and that is Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, or Libra, and they're between the 22 and 25th degree, this is really affecting you. And I gave you the birth dates that correspond to those degrees. Oh my God, I wish so much I could say it's going to be glorious. I promise you it will. It's just that we're sort of trudging through the mud. We're like being the mud runner right now. We're the triathlete, where we don't believe that we can actually do the swim portion, but we find out that we can, and we're going to be better for it. So we're growing. Again, we're growing ourselves, but I can't even make this up. Like, the days in October are so harsh. I've never, ever, ever, ever in 23 years seen a month like this. On October 4th, Pluto goes direct. It wakes up and it goes direct, and it goes big. And this is the god of the underworld waking up on October 4th. So get ready. Games are not going to be fair. Things are not going to be right. Hell will break loose. The gates of hell are opening on October 4th. What did I write here? I put some notes here. This goes big. This is the planet of transformation. That's true. And this is about power and control. Your power, your control, you holding power over others, you trying to be too controlling, and others holding power over you, and others trying to be too controlling with you. So it goes both ways. It's about domination. Who do you dominate? Who do you submit to? Who dominates over you? Who do you back down to, right? Your power and your domination and your ability to surrender or your ability to not surrender is all into play right now. And if you are April, July, October, or January 15th, 16th, or 17th, I'd even give the 14th and the 18th this, I know you're in the direct line of fire right now. This is all happening in the sign of Aries and Capricorn. So it's about your free will and the government, right? It doesn't matter which side you play on. It doesn't matter where you're at in the ball game. It's about your life force energy and those who want to dominate that for whatever reason. You could be a kid watching this. You could be, a young teenager and feel like my parents are trying to dominate me. This doesn't have to be about government, but we can clearly see that it is also about government. So October 9th, I got to get to the 9th so I can see what I'm talking about. We go back to that enormous trigger degree. Do you remember? I have been talking, I hope that you've watched my 2020 playlist. It's all the transits in 2020. I've been talking about this since last December. And in December, I didn't even know what I was talking about, but I was talking about coronavirus. And I predicted it. I just didn't know exactly what I was predicting. But that 22 degrees Capricorn is what I was talking about, that degree. And that's where Pluto and Saturn and the South Node, and one of my video titles is Cataclysmic Change. Well, right now we go back to that trigger degree, that 22 degrees Capricorn. And we've been in a dance with that degree, that 22 degrees Capricorn, with the South Node, with Pluto being there, with Saturn being there since January 12th, 2020. And I believe the 22 degree is the coronavirus degree. I really do. We are coming back to Pluto sitting right at that 22 degree again. And the interesting thing is because Pluto has been retrograding, it's been going over that 22 degree marker numerous times this year. And I've talked about each of those numerous times, and it's just awful. So on October 9th, bingo is his name-o, we get to have that 22 degree Capricorn Pluto come back into play. And it is a trigger. So this is when I believe the coronavirus is going to have a resurgence. And that's either going to be in the States or in Europe. I think Asia's got it pretty well under control, but we're going to see that there is a whole new resurgence around coronavirus right around October 9th. And I pray that you're good and safe and healthy and well and all of that. But I don't think it's going to be every state, but I do think that a lot of the states are going to have this resurgence, and it's going to be hard. That's October 9th. Oh my gosh. We're going to see death. We're going to see people perish. We're going to see life force energy being snuffed out. And I pray that we get a grip on it. But I also want you to know, do not believe in a vaccination until Saturn moves back into Aquarius. That's when we're really going to get the remedy for the corona on the vaccination. So right now on this October 9th, you're going to see that people are still on opposing sides. And you're going to see that there's going to be infighting around where to wear a mask, to not wear a mask. Who is repressing who's dominating who, and it's going to be a fight. It's not going to be pretty, and it's going to probably still cost lives. It's terrible, but I think you're going to see the resurgence, and you're going to see enormous plain not fair, and people's lives in the crisis of it. So take good care of yourself and do what you need to do to stay safe. So October 13th, it's like, gosh, why not put one more thing here? Why not just give us another thing like Mercury in retrograde? Woo! Wouldn't that be fun? So great. So this is going to happen at 11 degrees Scorpio, and it stays there until, guess when? You ready? Until November 3rd. Oh, what's so great about November 3rd? It's the United States Election Day. So at about 1:45 p.m. on Election Day, Mercury goes direct. So you have the whole day of ballot casting and standing in line and voting with machines that probably don't operate, or machines that change your vote. When you push Republican, it goes Democrat. When you push Democrat, it goes Republican. For like, oh, your signature's thrown out, it didn't match, or it's going to be a mess. We also, on election night, have a Gemini moon. Did I mention that already? Forgive me if I did, but lucky us. Ooh, we get a Mercury in retrograde. Just what we need. Just what we need. God, forgive my cynicism. I just can't believe it. So yeah, on October 13th, we get Mercury in retrograde. Hopefully you've watched my videos. Hopefully you know me. Don't go do crazy things. Yes, vote, but if you live in the United States, but like, this isn't the time to buy a car. This isn't time to sign a contract. You want to do that all prior to the 13th. So if you have a new project, or you're launching something new, then try to do it before October 13th. By the way, I have to tell you, I'm doing something new and I am so, so excited. So on October 1st, I'm launching my new Team Soul Navigation. All my new collaborators, my readers, my psychic readers, and my astrologers are coming on board. So go check out my website and go check out my new readers. I searched high and low for them. I searched all around the world, and I don't know if you remember, do you remember? I was like, audition or send me a video if you do this kind of work and you want to be a collaborator with me. Well, I got a pretty huge response, and I picked the top 7 people, and they've been tested for accuracy. Oh my God, my readers, they're going to make you cry. They are such beautiful souls. Also, I'm launching a new program, Talk Show Tuesdays. That's going to be at 3 o'clock on Tuesdays Pacific time every Tuesday, starting in October, and before the 13th though. And you're going to get to meet my readers. But if you're anxious and excited, go check out who they are and what they do. Each one of them is so unique and so different. No two are the same. Anyways, I had to give them a little plug because they are amazing. Just go to soulnavigation.com and you can learn all about each one of my readers. They're fantastic. October 13th and mostly the 14th is going to be a really interesting day. And I think it's going to be a prophetic day, like where you actually can have visions, right? And your dreams can actually be known to yourself. The moon and Venus are opposing Neptune. They're squaring the nodes, and the nodes is our fate line. It's our destiny line. And so what can happen is we can feel like we have a spiritual setback in a way. Some of us are going to feel like we're really in touch with the divine, and others are going to feel so hopeless and filled with just like we're lost. Like, where are you, God? We need you. Don't abandon us. So this is a day for deep prayer. This is a day for really trying to connect with the divine and with spirit and with God. And this is a day to restore your faith and restore your hope and see yourself as a bridge into the miracle. So there's me, Meredith, whomever you are, there's me in my mere mortal ways, right? And then there's a bridge into the divine. And I want you to collectively visualize, like each one of you visualize the bridge where you walk into the light that is way bigger than yourself. And when you walk into that light, you merge with the miracle, right? The miracle of the divine. And I want you to bathe, shower, stand in the rays of that miracle, of that divine white light and that energy. And it's that white light energy that you need to absorb and then go put out into the world. And that's how we collectively raise our vibration and how we heal ourselves from this like terrible October. And that's how we make it better and great. So on October 13th and the 14th, we need you more than ever, because this is when you're going to see the masks of strength crumble. This is where you're going to see humility and people falling apart. This is where you're going to see people really collapsing in despair. This is where you're going to see a sadness, like a sadness of just desperation. October 15th brings a really challenging day where Pluto is squaring the moon. And I just want you to remember on October 15th that November is a little bit better than October. Still has its challenges. And if you want me to do a November transits, if you find this helpful, please let me know, because I felt like maybe you guys benefit from the other work more. And then I got a lot of requests to do some transit videos. So let me know if you like the transits. They just don't stay relevant for a long period of time. But I think this October might stay relevant for forever. October 16th. My God, I want to celebrate the new moon so badly. I mean, especially because it's like my personal dynamite day. And for all of my super supporters, by the way, I love you. Thank you for being here. I have almost 100 super supporters now. And I'm just so excited. But now you guys all know what your personal dynamite day is. Well, I was looking so forward to my dynamite day. That is the most powerful day of the year. It's not your birthday. That is uniquely made up with your own chart. And I send it to you when you become a super supporter. It's one of the many perks you get. But anyways, this is my dynamite day. It is the most powerful day of the year to manifest on. And believe me, I'm going to make use of it. I am not going to let it go. But it's just, gosh, it's a hard day. And I wanted this new moon to be so, so good. So October 16th, we have the sun and the moon in Libra. But you know, it's opposing that Mars and it's squaring that Pluto. So it is just so painful. Please forgive me. I mean, I hate sharing all the depressing October news, but I want you to be prepared so you can mentally, you know, raise your vibration up and stand in the glory of your own self, your own power, your own life. And when you witness it out there, you can lend the positive aspects of yourself to the world. On the 16th, do something extra. Do something really sweet for somebody. You know, put yourself in somebody else's shoes, because that is a very, very hard day. That new moon in Libra, you can still manifest, you can still use your crystals and charge them up in the moonlight, where you won't see the moon that night because it's a new moon, but and you can still have positive effects. So we need prayer more than anything for the world, for yourself and for the world, on October 16th on that new moon, because that new moon is in really hard aspect to everything. And we're not going to have another new moon for another 28 days, right? So help us manifest something powerful on that day. Brace yourselves for October, and I'll see you back here soon.